Out here, we got a big old piece of wood, and it's dark in the center and lighter toward the outside. Most of what you see here is what? Secondary xylem, commonly called what? Wood, secondary xylem. We got dark secondary xylem and lighter. The darker is called the what? The heartwood. Heartwood, toward the heart of the tree, the center of the tree. The outer lighter is called sapwood. And so it's all secondary xylem, but what's the difference? Well, the cells of the heartwood are clogged up. They're clogged pipes. No water flows through the heartwood, and they're clogged up with what? Well, gums and resins. And the outer part, the lighter part of secondary xylem, is called the what? The sapwood, because the sap still flows through it. The pipes are open. And so here we see it again. Lots of heartwood and a little bit of sapwood for this tree. The sap flows upward through this part. What is this little boundary here? Let's take a closer look. Again, we see the heartwood and the sapwood. And what's this area that's split open? That was what? The vascular cambium. So just outside the vascular cambium, we call this what? Secondary phloem. Okay, secondary xylem to the inside, secondary phloem to the outside. And is this much thicker xylem because many more layers of xylem cells were formed than phloem cells? No, same number of layers of cells. The xylem never gets too thick because phloem is what? Phloem is flimsy. Now in woody plants, the phloem does have some fibers. I mean, this is kind of tough stuff, but there was a lot of softer tissue formed as well. So the secondary phloem does not, even though the same number of layers of cells were made in the secondary phloem as the secondary xylem, it never gets very thick because phloem is flimsy. An awful lot of it has no cell walls, and unlike the secondary xylem, which has secondary cell walls. And so we've moved now to a different stem, and we have this cross section here. Again, most of what you see in the picture is what? Secondary xylem. What is that little split area there that when it dried out it split? That was what? The vascular cambium. Outside the vascular cambium is what? Secondary phloem, at least for a while. And so you can see the rings of the tree, each ring laid down in a single year. And so, again, we have secondary xylem, secondary phloem. What's this? Vascular cambium. What's inside this dark layer up here? It was the cork cambium. And we can see, we can probably count the rings in this in another view and see about how old this stem was when it met its end. Again, what cambium right here? Vascular cambium. What cambium right here? Cork cambium. What's the name of the tissue here? Secondary xylem. What's the name of the tissue here? Secondary phloem. What's this dark stuff out here called? Cork. That's it, folks.